Well, if I look cold right now, it's because I am. It is frigid out here right now, but I came out this evening with the hopes of hooking into a big catfish, and I'm glad I did because I hooked into a whopper earlier. But what I was doing tonight, I was fishing in a creek, and this particular creek, it's a fairly long one. From the back of it out to the main channel is probably pretty close to a mile, somewhere thereabouts, and it's a fairly deep creek. It's about 40 feet deep out at the mouth of it. But I was positioned about midway back in this creek. It's 26 feet, but that particular area, there's a little bend, and it creates like a little choke point there where it kind of funnels down this way and then it comes back out. So I positioned myself right there in that area where it kind of funnels down, and I anchored down there hoping that any big catfish that moved through there would have to just pass through my lines as they made their way in and out of that creek. And for bait tonight, I was using white bass. I caught them earlier today, so they were good and fresh. I had a 2-rod set up, basically just 1 rod off of each side. And I sat there and I waited, and this happened. Look at that go, man. Look at that go. Good gosh. Good gosh, he took off. Let's see if I can catch up with him here. Man. That one bolted, didn't he? He's still going. Man, he's stripping drag. When they pulling so hard you can't get the rod out of the rod holder, that's the one you want. I'm fishing 26 feet right now, so my baits are down 23, 24 feet under the kayak, so even smaller fish can really put a bend in the rod when you don't have that much line out. This is a good fish right here. Oh yeah, this is a really good fish. Really good fish, y'all. Wow, look at this thing. Look at this thing, y'all. Oh, he's all wrapped up in that line. Man, that's a good fish. Oh man, look at that thing, buddy. Boom! That is a great fish right there. Great fish. That's what he eat. Just a white bass body section. I've got just a few white bass for bait. I ain't been able to get no skipjack. I got the white bass. I like them too. Man, that is a tank right there. Oh man, let me hold this thing up here. Try to hold it. Oh, he's heavy. Look at that. Is that a good fish or what? I'll tell you what, man, when you're suspend fishing and just barely got the lines under you, like I said, I'm sitting at 26 feet, so my baits are 23, 24 feet under me. These things are a heck of a fight. Look at that. Man, that's awesome. Let me set him down here a second. I gotta get a better picture of him here. Alright, y'all, well, let's get this thing back in the water so he can go down there and get even bigger. Oh man, goodness. See you, buddy, you were fun. Get on out of here. There he goes. Was that awesome or what? Man, that was fun. Y'all, I got thumped right here. Get the rod tip up there. Let me just pick up on him here in a second. That may be a flathead the way he hit it. Let's pick up on him. Let's pick up on him. I'm wondering if that ain't flathead, y'all. Because when he hit it, you just felt bump. And my rod tip was just kind of wavering there. That's also on the white bass body section. That's the same one I caught that blue cat on. It's probably been 30 minutes or so since I got him. It is a flathead. I knew it. I knew it was. The way he hit it, that was just very characteristic of a flathead. Let's bring this on in. Man, I love catching these flatheads. I love it when they, I mean, they have just such a unique bite. You can just feel it throughout the whole kayak. It's just a bam! And then you just see your rod tip just kind of sitting there. There he is. Look at that. He ain't very big, but all these flatheads fight hard, man. They are hard pulling fish. Let's let him go. Go get big, buddy. There he goes. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna be combining footage on this video from a couple trips. The footage you just saw there was from a relatively short trip. I'm a pansy in the cold weather, I admit it, and that night was just so dang frigid out there, I just couldn't take it. So I was on the water about 3 hours, got those 2 fish, and called it quits. But I went out the following night and I hit Tellico Lake. Now, Tellico Lake is another place here in East Tennessee that's not really known for big catfish, but undoubtedly there's some in there. When I fished in the past, I haven't done worth a crap. But I said, you know what, I'm gonna go out and hit it again and just see what happens. So I decided to do some bank fishing since it was so cold. I could pull my kayak up on the shore, build me a fire, and keep warm. So I was using the leftover white bass that I had on the trip from the footage there that you just saw. And I spent about an hour and a half waiting on the first fish, which turned out to be the only fish I got in about 5 hours. But again, quality over quantity. It was a whopper. Here it is. Ah, crap. Which one is it? Ah, fish on. I was up there tinkering with that fire. Then I couldn't find my light switch. Matt peeled off some line, didn't he? I've been sitting here an hour and a half. Nothing going on. No taps, no nothing. And this one finally took off. Let's go around this line here. I'll tell you, one of the perks of having them tall rods is when this rod, I had it sitting in the middle. I can stand right under them, my lines, and don't get everything all tangled up. Sorry about the smoke on the screen. This wind's blowing out here tonight. It's blowing pretty hard, and I'm protected from it here in this cove, but it's kind of swirling in here. So I never could find a good place to put that fire where it wasn't going to blow smoke all over me. But it's so dang cold out here, I'm willing to deal with it just to have the heat. Tell you what, y'all, this ain't a bad fish now. This right here ain't a bad fish at all. Nope. Alright, guys. That's a pretty good fish right there. That's a nice blue cat. Definitely the biggest I've ever got out of Tellico, which ain't saying much because I ain't spent a whole lot of time fishing here. But when I have, I ain't done worth crap. Just been mostly dinks if I've got anything. And I've sat here a long time tonight waiting on this one. I've just been sitting over here on the shore, tinkering with this fire, staying warm. And a drop. Alright. Well, this thing's ready to get out of here. He's tired of me talking. Let's let him go and get that bait back out there. See you, buddy. Can you make it? He's going to try to go into the kayak there. He thinks he's hit or something. There he goes. Now he's making his way out. There you go.